Okay, so setup-wise, pretty good to be fair. We did say a bit about that pressure in your hand was a bit tight, and that left thumb was sort of going round to side. So your left thumb, it just sits with the forefinger, that thumb and forefinger there, like so, just on the grip. We want to be sort of gripping it around with a hammer grip, okay? Because then you're not getting much pressure in there here, and now because that's a bit wobbly, which you'll find, you're going to squeeze on for dear life. So getting that sort of trigger point here, it's kind of trigger points in here. As long as that's nice and secure, there's no pressure and squeeze. And then any squeeze you have in the grip tightens your forearms and everything else is going to be a nightmare. Okay, but overall, posture was pretty good to be fair. As we said, as you went back, it was a little bit sort of steeper, but the issue was as you came through, that right side didn't really move. He was very sort of static on the ground, and that's very common of golfers initially trying to almost get the ball up in the air. Yeah. I mean, from a badminton point of view, when you want the ball high, you've got to lean back and just swing up, don't you? Because you can hit underneath the shuttlecock and hit it up in the air. But a golf ball's on the ground. There's no physical way you can get under a golf ball unless you tee it up on a tee that's yay high. Most shots in golf are played off the ground. You can't get under it. Okay, so if you lean back to try to get under it, you'll do one of two things. You'll either top it on the ground, or if you're leaning back, you're moving further from the ball and you catch it off this toe part of the club, as you said, and you scoot off the side then.
So and you end up weighting this leg.
Yes, on the weight on the right side, exactly. You knee on the right side, and the right foot therefore would stay flat. Now the movement to try and twist your right foot, you physically couldn't move your right foot there because 80% of your weight on your right side.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see your right knee kind of bending there, so you're looking at a position there where it kind of looks sort of like this.
Yeah.
Where all your weight sort of just back on here in an attempt to try to get underneath it, sort of drop this way, and then we sort of toe it or miss it, okay? So what we've got to try and focus on, as I said, a simple drill you can do with that club on your left foot, just a rotation from the hips, which you can do when you're brushing your teeth, where you sort of simply stand there as we showed you and just sort of twist this way. Do that twice a day for a couple of minutes. It'll become something that over a while becomes more natural, okay? Because backswing wise is good. When you get nice angle there, so your angle of the club now not so steep. I think we went on this one here now. That angle there's a little bit steeper, so that's through your right shoulder. We do the lines on here and the lines on there. Got the old Star Wars scene going on. That club's a little bit flatter, you see, so that's going to help, as we said to Jacob there, get the club swinging on the line towards the golf ball. If you were going to hit something on a horizontal plane, your racket would swing kind of on a horizontal plane to that ball. You wouldn't swing it up here to try to reroute it kind of in a different angle. No. Very, very inconsistent way of swinging a golf club. But from there, the good thing is your old through swing that we showed you, very flat-footed, ball shoots off to the right. This one here now as you come through, good full turn, right knee and right foot twisting, much more of a fuller follow through, and that right foot now we can see for the most part is starting to lift up on its toe. Okay. Yeah, well, exactly. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't expect it to say the strike you can see is pretty much flush in the middle of the club. Okay. And that ball went down the driving range, that was like 130 yards or something. Okay. I wouldn't expect it to go from what it was to suddenly being perfect and suddenly twisting right round. If we can make small little steps bit by bit, and the good thing by making it in some ways smaller steps at a time, it still kind of feels closer to what feels natural. Because you still feel natural doing that. That's kind of your instinctive reaction. So if you're sort of, if we look at a sort of timeline where you're on, if you started off here and you want to get to there, if you made a change from that to sort of here somewhere, yes, it might be a better shot, but it would feel so awkward. You just if you took it to a driving range on a golf course, I can't do it. And if you hit a bad shot, you'd go, well, if I'm going to hit the ball badly, I'd rather feel nearer down this area, the comfort zone. I'm going to be bad, I'd rather feel comfortably bad than uncomfortably bad. And then you default back here. So by doing sort of small steps bit at a time, getting gradually down here bit by bit by bit by bit with practice, you get to your end game, but not going there in one big jump. It's the same way as a lot of golfers when they play. I don't know if you know about the handicap system in golf, but if guys' handicap goes, say someone's off 28 and they have about 3 or 4 really good rounds, they get chopped at 21, suddenly now it's like, whoa, hang on, they can play, exactly. In some ways it takes them a few months to sort of mentally settle down. It's like having the stabilisers taken off on a bike, or the barrier on a bowling lane get taken away because now you've got no sort of backup or no comfort blanket to help you. So by going too quickly away from your normal position, you're going to find it harder to sort of do it. So you're kind of here at the moment, I would say now, which is fine. You've made some progression there, and I actually prefer, as I say, in some ways, smaller stages of a progression, because you still feel comfortable, and in time that will become your natural, and you move away from that, and this becomes your and then so on and so forth, rather than just go whoosh in one go and going, this feels terrible. Okay, at least you can commit to something that feels a little bit more natural and comfortable. Okay, so quick summary then to say, grip wise, left thumb and forefinger together, but loose was the key thing. Don't lock this hand in position. I think when you found a bit looser, we started getting something like that 150 shot you had. you've got more speed and distance. And the feeling now from when you get to sort of top of your back, so this right hip, right knee and right foot are going to move, all pretty much dominated from the hip. The hip twists, the knee follows, the right foot comes up on its toe. If we start trying to move the right foot independently, you're going to fall over, and then nothing will move at all. You'll go and then put the foot back down the ground again to sort of stabilise yourself, in which case you'll be back to that foot there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, makes sense?
Yeah.
Excellent, good stuff.